Yeah. Now you can see both players have one pawn. So how you will deal with it? Now I'll give some time. Okay. And
Sir, sir, we need to start by, sir, we need to start telling by
no
black or
talking,
white.
please. I will give some time. What you are saying?
Sir, we need to
Sir,
tell the
starting black or
answer.
white, sir?
Yeah, sir. Same question.
You have to play by white. You have to play white and
Okay,
white
sir.
to play and win the game.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay. How? You have to calculate total variation, not one moves, please. Okay. So 2 minutes time.
Sir, I got it.
I'm
Sir, I
not
got
going to give you any response. 2 minutes time. I told, please utilize the time.
Okay, sir.
You see all the variations. Okay. Let's take the opinions, please. Yes.
Sir, can I?
Yes. Sri Dinesh.
Yeah, sir. Sir, king to c5.
What about your answer, Pradyumna?
Sir, pawn to h4.
Pawn to h4 is the answer. Okay. Now let's see pawn to
sir.
h4 wins or not. Now, yeah. King d4.
Sir, pawn push.
Pawn to h5. Okay. Now here,
Sir, pawn push.
pawn push. King f6.
Sir, pawn push.
So this is why I told you take time in calculation. Okay. You have to be very, very precise in calculation.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So here, let's see let us suppose pawn h5, pawn c, king. Now, Sridhini is told king to c5. King
Yeah, sir.
c5. Not only it controls the d4 square. Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So it is very important. You have understood the square rule. Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Sir, one doubt.
Yes.
Sir, if the king comes to c5, pawn pushes to f5.
What?
Sir, king c5, sir, then pawn f5.
Pawn f5.
Black, sir, black.
Okay. Okay, let's see that. That is what word? King c5. Okay.
Yeah.
Pawn f5.
Key. I'll also grab another document. on
Okay.
my way, where I see
Pawn
a G
f5.
corner.
Okay.
Grabbing this key,
Now
the emancipated
pawn
G.
d5. King d5.
Yeah, sir. King
Okay.
d5.
I grab the batch
Now,
Sir, king d3.
collected
Huh?
the doc
King d3.
recording.
king d3.
Then e5. King to e5.
Then king e5. Now you can't catch the, you can't protect that pawn anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you, so other than this, you can push it. Even though you push it,
My camera.
okay. King can catch it here.
So it's pretty simple.
Okay.
For me to just everything.
Now, if f3,
I
king
encounter
takes,
once again, but this time I just need to blast
king.
through this,
Now what? From black, what you will do?
going right while inside this vent will take me to another path, which will give me another.
Sir, we can do king to d4.
The security guard
King to d4. Very good move. From white. Pradyumna. From white, Pradyumna. Pradyumna, are you there?
Sir, can I tell the answer?
From white, what you will do?
catch this.
Sir,
Sir, yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Yeah, Pradyumna, tell me from white.
I can
Sir, it is king g4.
King g4.
no, sir, it's supposed
Wait
to
a
be
minute,
king
wait a
f4.
minute, wait a minute. Let him tell. Okay, king e5.
King g5.
King g5. Okay. King e6. King e6.
King g6.
King g6. King e7.
దానికి అది ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా అది ఎలా మనకి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా యూవీ రేస్ నుంచి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వకుండా ఒక షీల్డ్ లాగా మనకి కాపాడుతుంది.
Come on.
Yes, sir, 1 minute. Sir, king to g7.
King to g7. Okay, king e6.
Sir, h4. Pawn h4.
Pawn h4. Okay, this is the correct way. Children, this is very important. This h pawn is most of the times, when you do with h pawn, you should cut down the entry of king. Understood? One mistake, if we don't allow, if you in hurry, if you push the pawn like this to h4, or even here, if you push it, okay, then slowly king comes to f7. Okay. And if you, now this is very difficult to win the game. Okay. So you have to be very careful when king reaches to h8 and G8 and H8, the rook pawns are very difficult to, win the games. Okay, we have to be very precise. So don't give entry for it. King G6 is correct. Okay, this is what. Push the pawn. Therefore, like that. Okay, so it is always important to not allow the king's entry here. Okay, King G6, and then you can push the pawn. All right, now whatever he plays, the pawn will be, safely moves. Even King G5, you can't stop it. King G6 and the pawn G6, and slowly it will become queen. Okay, and wait a minute.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, but then what if after King E4? Sir, what will happen if we do King? Sir, after King D4? Sir, what will happen if we do King F4?
Here, King E4.
No, sir. After King takes F3.
Okay, King takes F3.
Sir, and then after the King goes to D4.
E4.
Sir, after King goes to D4. Sir, what will happen if we do King to F4? F4.
F4 is correct. G4. Actually, F4 is correct.
From here, I run into the security room.
Yes, sir.
F4 is much more better.
What Jeff does to non-Amazon Prime subscribers.
Okay. So you are simply cutting the king. The idea is not to enter, not to allow the king in G file so that he can access the H file. Okay. Here he gave G file, he gave F file, but he did not give access to G file. That is good. That is good enough. Okay. Here, if you want to cut down here itself, that is much more better. Understood? Okay. So today we will only discuss about this position because this is very tricky. Okay. King C5 is a winning move here. Okay. H4 falls because you have to calculate. You can just see the square rule. Okay. Let's see the square rule. H4. Okay. After H4, we have square rule. Now apply the square rule. Now where the square comes?
Sir, D8.
Now here. Yes.
Yes, sir. D8 and D4.
D8, D4. Okay. Now that is why square rule is very, very important when you are calculating. He can enter into that square, enter into that box, so he can catch it. So, okay. So you have to calculate with square rule when you are chasing it. Okay. It is easy to calculate. Understood, children? So we are not doing more positions. The time is up. We'll close it for here. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. So this is a tricky position and we will see more tricky positions in the next class. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.